This question might make you a little uncomfortable, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Think of that moment when you nearly slipped on the stairs, or when a vehicle braked suddenly in front of you. Do you remember what happens in that moment? That instant shock you feel in your gut, the punch like feeling in your stomach, the jolt in your chest. That's your nervous system speaking. It reacts before your mind has words for it. Trauma and stress also live in this very place. And this place is called your body. Have you ever noticed how your body tenses up under stress? Your shoulders feel tight. Your breath feels shallow. And an uneasy gut feeling that fails to go away. We work on the mind and try to change our experiences to heal ourselves. We try to do our best. But rarely do we address the imprints a bad experience leaves on our body. Unless, of course, it's a physical harm itself. The body remembers everything. And to heal completely is to let the body speak. That's where somatic healing through dance or movement therapy comes in. It's not about perfect steps or performance. It's about reconnecting with the language your body already knows. Let's understand what is somatic healing. The word soma means living body. Somatic healing is the process of tuning into the body to release the stress, trauma, or emotional blockages that words cannot always touch. Science tells us that trauma isn't just a memory in the brain. It's stored in the nervous system, in the way our muscles contract, in the postures we unconsciously hold. That's why someone may feel on edge long after a stressful event has passed. The body hasn't completed the cycle of release of that experience yet. The nervous system records threat responses. Did we know that? There are 4 main kinds of threat responses or stress responses, namely fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And if unresolved, the body keeps carrying them. And they drain our energy just like background apps do on our phones. I will try to simplify this with an example. Think of a gazelle escaping a lion. Even after it's safe, it shakes its whole body. The reason is it wants to discharge the survival energy. Humans, however, often suppress this natural process. We ignore the need to do that. Somatic practices and especially dance or movement therapy gives us a safe, creative way to complete that cycle and restore balance. There are 4 main survival responses, as we already heard. These are often also called trauma or stress responses. These are instinctive reactions that our brain triggers to help us survive when we sense danger or threat. The danger or threat could be physical, emotional, or psychological. And to understand somatic healing, we will have to understand what these responses are. So let's break them down because they form the foundation of somatic healing through dance or movement therapies. The first trauma or stress response is fight. Fight is our urge to confront or attack the threat. You might become angry, defensive, or aggressive. To give you an example, you might argue loudly or even feel physically ready to defend yourself. This response prepares your body to win against whatever is threatening you. During this response, the body tightens, fists are clenched, and there is a surge in the adrenaline levels. Imagine your body bracing for a punch, even if you never threw it. Coming to the second response, the flight response. This simply means escaping from danger. During this response, you might feel panicky, anxious, or desperate to get away. This could look like leaving a stressful situation, avoiding people or places, or even mentally checking out as a way to escape the discomfort. It's the impulse to escape. During this response, your heart starts racing. Your legs want to run. And even at a later day, people stuck in flight responses feel restless, anxious, and unable to relax. The third response, which is the freeze response, is where you feel stuck, numb, or simply unable to move or react to the threat. It's similar to playing dead. Your body kind of shuts down, hoping the threat will pass. You may have noticed how pigeons react to threat or an attack. They just remain frozen in their spot. That's the freeze response. You might zone out, be unable to make decisions, or struggle to speak, even though you want to. When neither flight nor fight feels possible, freeze takes place. The system shuts down. You feel numb, paralyzed, disconnected, like pressing pause on life. Coming to the last response, fawn. Fawn is seeking safety by appeasing. This response is about trying to appease or please the threat to avoid harm. You might become overly compliant, agreeable, or put others' needs ahead of your own. This is especially common in people who have learnt that pleasing others can reduce conflict or danger or any harm to themselves. You smile when you're uncomfortable. You over apologize. You ignore your own needs in order to keep peace. Now, all of these responses are not choices. They are survival reflexes wired into the nervous system. Let's understand how does the body hold these responses. And this is the real challenge. If these responses were never fully completed, say you couldn't run, or you couldn't fight back, or had to keep smiling during pain, during that discomfort, the body traps that energy inside. Fight energy may remain as chronic muscle tension or anger in the body, while flight energy may turn into anxiety, hypervigilance for the person physically holding it. Freeze can turn into dissociation or feeling stuck, and fawn can morph into people pleasing or may make the person lose the sense of boundaries. The person does not understand where does that personal boundary which should not be crossed by someone outsider into their life. That is what will happen if a person continues to carry this response. This is how the body remembers, even when the mind forgets.